What's up, YouTube? I'm Kylie. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, I'm going to be showing you a lot of beauty tips, how I do my makeup, how I take care of my skin, how I take care of my body, my hair, or whatever you want to see. I really want to share everything about beauty. I love it so much. It's so easy to do. There's just a few easy steps that can make your life easier. Today, I'm going to make a video for you about foundation and how to get a flawless base. There's a couple different foundations and bases, I guess, kind of looks. Some people go for a matte look, some people like a dewy, some people like a really light coverage, some people like a full coverage face of makeup, and there are times and places, in my opinion, for all of those things. But today I'm going to show you kind of a glowy, more natural looking foundation. I have really been loving this look lately because I'm a little bit drier in my skin type. So it works so well for me. It lasts all day. It's amazing, and I can't wait to share with you. If you want to see how to get a beautiful glow in your foundation that'll last all day without making you oily, without hurting your skin, then keep on watching. First thing I'm going to tell you guys to do, just like anybody would, is to use a primer. When you use a primer or even a moisturizer, it really makes a big difference because it protects your skin from all of the dirt and bacteria getting on your skin through your environment. And so you want to have a barrier between your foundation and your skin. So you want to use a primer. If you don't use primer, you can use a moisturizer, whatever you prefer, whatever works for your skin type. But you especially need to use primer if you want it to last all day and if you want it to look smooth. So the primer that I like is this Smashbox one. It's a green primer, which is a color correcting primer, which means it cancels out redness, and I do tend to get a little bit of redness. And it's also a little bit more smoothing, pore smoothing, which I really like. So I'm going to be putting on my foundation. I'm going to use the Absolue from Lancome today. All I have is my little dram from work, so I'm going to put a picture of the bottle so you can see what it looks like. It's an amazing foundation. I use it so much. It's so dewy looking. It's so glowy. It's amazing for summer. I could even wear it by itself and my skin just looks great. It just looks a little more natural, which I like because then I can wear it every single day. It works a little bit better for drier skin. And what a big tip on that is to always get a foundation that matches your skin type. If you are somebody that doesn't really understand their skin type or isn't sure, maybe you're on the edge, the way to figure it out is to wash your face with just whatever cleanser you usually use and then don't put anything on for a couple of hours and see what happens. When I do that, I tend to experience dry spots. My skin feels a little tight, so I do have dry skin. If you were a person that experienced oily, you'd be oily. So it's pretty simple. Just try and let your face, just wash it and let it be for a while. My next tip is going to be apply it with a brush to start with and then put on with a beauty blender to smooth it out. When I use just a beauty blender, I find that it gives you, for me, I've noticed that it like drinks my makeup a little bit, which I don't like because I feel like it uses up a lot of my foundation. So I usually start with a brush. This is a Morphe brush, but you can really use any brush. If you don't like a flat brush, you can use a round brush. Doesn't really matter, but these do tend to be a little streaky, but I don't really care because I'm going to go in with the beauty blender anyway to smooth it out. And then another tip I have for you is to take your time. Go slow if you have to. Make sure you really get it everywhere. Don't rush through it. Don't just hurry and put it on. If you really have to be busy, and don't just rush through and put it on. Take your time. If you're in a hurry, I understand, like, you do all you gotta do. If you gotta go somewhere, you gotta go, but try and take your time because it really makes a difference. I'm done. I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
So I'm thinking this is looking very streaky, so I'm going to blend it out a little bit with my beauty blender. A wet sponge is perfect for finishing up your foundation, getting that perfect touch, getting that perfect smoothness. It feels really good on your skin because it's cold. Another thing with this, though, is to be gentle. Be careful. Don't just go in like this, especially if you're doing makeup for somebody else. It's really hard to tell how their skin feels, and even for yourself, you can tell that it feels a little hard. I tend to have sensitive skin, so I try to be more careful. So I just tell everyone to do that. Works really well. Especially around the eyes. You want to be careful. I don't always put foundation on my eyes. Well, actually, pretty much I usually do. I like adding some just to my eyes here, just blending it in a little bit, just because that way you get a more even look. And it also helps with your eyeshadow application. I try to make sure I blend it all the way over into my hairline so I don't have like a straight line. If you have a foundation that matches you, of course you shouldn't have to worry about that, but still, you can usually see the difference between skin and foundation. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute just so it can kind of soak into my skin, and I'm gonna do my brows now. Okay, so now that my brows are done, I'm gonna go in with my final step for my foundation, which is super important, probably one of the most important steps, is to put a powder over. If you don't powder your foundation, if you're only going to wear it for a couple of hours, if you don't really care if it lasts all day, if you don't really care if it gets smudged, it's fine, it'll work for you. But if you want it to last, and if you want it to be budge proof, then use a powder, a translucent powder, a powder foundation, it doesn't matter. Just powder your face, you have to. You don't have to put on a ton of it, you don't have to use a sponge, you can just put on a light layer, and it will look so good, and it will last all day, and it'll be snatched. So this is one that I'm using from Cover FX. It's amazing. I've been using it for a while. It's really moisturizing, and it's really light, which I like, and easy to apply. So they're supposed to be a little protector, but I took it off. Probably shouldn't have, but I took it off. So this is what I do. I just go in like this with my brush, just a tiny bit, and then I kind of dust it off so I don't get too much. See how it's all falling out already? Maybe do it again. Wow, I got a lot on there. Oh my god, can you guys see how much I got on my brush? Okay. Whatever, now I'm going to take my lid. I'm going to do it again. Okay. And now you just pat it on. I'm going to use bronzer now. I'm going to use my Becca bronzer in the shade Capri Coast. I've used this one to death. I'm already way past the pan. I'm already almost out of it. But it's amazing. I use it almost every day. I'm just using a little pointy brush because it works for me. So I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm going to do kind of like a light contour. You know, not contour, but like a light contour. So when you're using bronzer rather than contour, you don't have to be precise because you can blend it super easily, and it's only supposed to give you a glow. If you want to use it as a contour, you can, but it's a little different than contour. It's bronzer. It's more of like a radiant glow that kind of gives you some definition without chiseling, looking like you're red carpet ready or full coverage or anything. It's just natural looking, and it's cute. She's cute. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my brush, my big brush, and blend it. Now I'm going to use blush. Not a lot of people use blush, some people don't, but I love blush. I think it helps my cheeks look cute. It just looks so cute. I really like it. It's really easy to use. You could even wear it on its own. If you don't wear bronzer, you could always pop on blush. It's so easy. You can wear it as eyeshadow. You could even put it on your nose if you want to be super kawaii, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to take literally the same blush I use almost every day, this one right here. Actually, I think I'm going to take this one today because it's kind of bronzy and I think it's cute. And then I kind of sweep it back. Apple to your cheeks and then sweep it back.
Sweep it back, just like that.
Okay, she's looking a little wild, so I'm going to blend. And for highlighter, I'm going to use another Becca product. Of course, Becca blush, Becca bronzer. I really just love Becca's powders. They're great. This one is the shade Champagne Pop. It's so broken, you guys. My friend Jaden tried to fix it for me, and it worked, and then I broke it again because I'm just dramatic like that. Anyway, I'm going to take my little brush from Real Techniques. Real Techniques brushes they work really well. They're super easy to use, and they're really cheap. I think it's like 20 bucks for like 3 or 4 of them, so use these brushes. You can invest in more expensive brushes if you want, but you don't have to by any means. Sparkles. cute. Oh, cute. Cute. I just spilled some of my powder. I spilled. It's okay. Okay, she's shiny. So now I'm going to just start measuring because why not? I'm just gonna blend it all again, especially up here that looks wild. Okay, so I love how that looks. I'm gonna put on some eye makeup and be right back and finish up. Now I'm gonna use my little juicy shaker. This is from Lancome. I love these, they're amazing. It's like a little, this one's called Grapefruit. How cute is that? It's like a little lip oil with some tint in it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much how I do my foundation almost every day. Something that I forgot to talk about that I want to touch on right now is just the shades of foundations, and foundation matching is really important. When I used to match foundation before I worked in the beauty industry, I did not know what to do at all. I just grabbed one that kind of looked light medium and I just let it work for me. But I think the most important thing that you need to know is undertones. There are 3 different undertones. There's warm, which is like a yellowy olive undertone. There's neutral, which is just normal, I guess. And then there is cool, which is like red or pink. So usually someone with really fair skin will be a little more pink. Usually someone with more medium skin will be a little bit more yellow. I mean, it depends. Everybody's different. For me, I'm a little bit yellow, a little bit neutral. So you want to look at your veins. If they are green, then you're going to be a warm. If they're blue, you're going to be a cool, and if they're kind of both, then you might be a neutral. Mine are kind of both, honestly. They're a little more green, so I would say that I'm a little more warm usually, or a little more neutral. Depends on the foundation and the brand. Some of them are going to be more yellow than others, so think about that. If you need help, always ask somebody wherever you're at for help matching. Just do it. Just ask for help. Just figure it out. Get a sample if you have to. If you go to Sephora, get a sample so you can try it. Always wear a foundation that matches you, that's good for your skin type. That's probably the most important thing I could say. And always invest in your foundation because it'll last you forever. It's worth your coin, and it'll make your skin look cute, cute, cute. So yeah, that's everything. If you like this video, if you like me, if you like the tips that I'm giving you, if you want to see more, if you have any feedback, comment down below, subscribe down below, thumbs up this video, tell your friend, tell your dog, tell your professor about the video, and everyone will be cute. So have a good day. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.